Hey y'all, countryman. Got me a pumpkin. And what we're going to do is do it redneck style. I got my brand new freight saw from that train wreck company. And we're going to cut this stem off right here without cutting our hand off. Well, that didn't take long. Throw that down on the floor for now. I want two flat spots. I got my good side over here. I've got the other side over here. And what I want to do is cut this puppy in half. And we're going to take the seeds out. And I'm going to bake it. Turn her upside down and finish the... Where's my deal here? Whoa, Nelly. I almost lost it. But we got her cut in half. Man, look at the size of these seeds in here. I'm going to save them. I don't know if this is a genetic pumpkin or not, or whatever. What we're going to do is scrape all this out, and I'm going to wrap it in aluminum foil. I don't have a pan big enough to put this on, so what I'm going to do is wrap it in aluminum foil, throw a little bit of water inside the aluminum foil to hold in steam, and I'm going to put it on low. Everybody's cooking theirs about 350. I'm going to do mine about 300, 250, 300, real nice and slow. That way it won't dry out, and I can save as much pumpkin as that in there. What I plan on doing this is I'm going to bake it till it's done, take it out of the skin. I'm going to chop it up in about inch pieces or so, and I'm going to throw it in freezer bags. And that way I'll have enough to do whatever I want to with, when I want to with. I think, moving over, no, Ford told me that 2 cups of potato or pumpkin will make a pie. And just estimating here on how much I got, it's about 20 pies. So if I do this period, you know, 2 cups at a time in the fancy dancy blender, I should have a bunch of pies. So when I get done baking this up, I'm just going to wrap it in aluminum foil and see what goes from there. And I'll give you guys an update tomorrow on how it turns out. Countryman out for now. God bless. Hey y'all, Countryman here. I'm putting up this video part 2, but I took that pumpkin, I sawed her in half, I put it in the oven, and they said about an hour. Well, this thing's bigger than what I thought it was. It took about 2.5 hours at 300 degrees for this thing to cook. And it came out real good. Now, I'm going to get yelled at. I don't care. I'm not pureeing this. And I am just going to break it up and put this on my dehydrator. These are pretty good sized pieces. And I know it's going to take a while to dehydrate. Now this is a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. Look how stringy it comes out. And that's okay. Once I run this through here and dehydrate this and then put it on my blender and bring her down to a powder, it's going to be just fine. So what we're going to do is just keep on going here. Won't take but a minute to fill this up. And I got, let's see, got to clean up my language, a boatload of pumpkin. And I'm just going to keep on putting this on here. And I'm going to let it run all night long. And probably all day tomorrow. Because I didn't puree this down and all that good stuff. That it may take a little longer. But the good Lord, one thing He didn't give me, or I didn't learn, was patience. So having patience and having to sit here and wait on this will help out. And something I can learn. Hey y'all, Countryman here. Yesterday y'all seen me do that video, or well, the first part of this video on baking a pumpkin. I'm going to say that pumpkin was between 10 and 12 pounds. It was about 10 to 12 inches in diameter. I baked it for a total of 2.5 hours until it finally got soft. I left it in the oven overnight, and then it took right at 18 hours with me switching trays around and everything to dehydrate it. Now, we're talking a pumpkin this big around. About 10 to 12 inches in diameter, and it weighed about 18 pounds. Out of that, I'll show you what I got here. Put a lid on it, that way it doesn't fall out. We got, well, let's see, this is ounces here on the side. I'm gonna say 12 ounces 12 ounces and 300 milliliters. 12 ounces, 300 milliliters of dehydrated pumpkin out of that. A half a cup, or approximately 50 milliliters, if I'm reading this correctly, and 2 cups of water will make enough for a pie. Now that'll go a long way. I'm figuring that pumpkin one made about 8 or 10 pies, and this is going to make about 8 or 10, about 6 or 8 pies. Now the reason it is not going to do as much, watch Mrs. Volpe's video, and this is what you got left when you get done. You can see that it looks like, I don't know, granulated peanut butter or something. I don't care what you do, it won't grind up to a powder. Now this is not wasteful. You can do a couple of things with that. You can go ahead and put water in it, and hot water, and let that hydrate down to the point that it becomes back to a pudding or mush, and then you can use it in whatever. You could throw this in soups and whatever. I think the birds would love it. That would be a real good treat for your birds if you wanted to do that. But the great big pumpkin turned into less than a pint of pumpkin powder. And I'm doing this video for a couple of reasons. I always wanted to do this. I put me an oxygen absorber in here, vacuum seal it, heat this up in the oven just a little bit now, because with powders, if you heat them up too much, they'll burn, and then drop a lid on it. When they cool down, they'll seal. There's a bunch of different ways to, to seal this, but come Thanksgiving, Christmas, or whatever, I paid $4 for that pumpkin. Now I've got enough to make 6 pies. That's less than $1 a pie, and it's taken me about, actual labor, about 2 hours, 2.5, plus the time that I used for the dehydrating. And I was watching YouTube videos and cleaning house and putting up preps and everything else while this was going. I like my dehydrators, I really do. Thanks to my Pocono Angel, this is what I'm doing. So countryman out now, and especially right after Halloween, them pumpkins that are at the grocery store that they're selling for $5 now are going down to $1. That's when you pack them up, go home. You can cut them up, freeze them up, throw them in the freezer. When you get time, cut them out, bake them up, skin them, and dehydrate them. Now, if you had 4 or 5, like 2 or 3 of these sitting on a shelf come Christmas, and all you had to do is throw some water in here, your spices, and a little bit of sweetened condensed milk or whatever, and eggs to make your pumpkin pies, how much time is that going to save you? I know you can go to and get it out of a can at the grocery store, but I'm saying, if you ain't got a grocery store and this is sitting on the shelf, it's a whole lot better. God bless, countryman out. Like I said, if I can do it, anybody can. I'd like to see some video responses to this. God bless.